up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. You're trapped.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Walker with a grab, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action here with Rosen. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Rosen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
A gain of 21 yards.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here's Johnson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down now. It's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Alpha. 53 at the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On third down, Rosen. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, you only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready. 10-2 stuff. 5. 57's the mic. Watch 57. It's our time. Get it.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7, shoot.
Back to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he is out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare.
Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Ready for... And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That one good for 26.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, check. Fresno.
Get it.
They'll try the counter here, Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
That's the way you slide on the ball.
Set. 70. Indy.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 57.
Hey, wahoo. Yes, yes.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the clock.
2nd and 15. Throw left side complete. It's Love. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready? Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. 6 man. Check curls. Check.
Come. Right up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one.
Get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Rosen. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's going to be a...
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, with a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that and trying to win the award again this week.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Smith catches left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
53, Mike. Too little, Cut. He's checking.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 17th season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On the delay, here's Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here comes Cohen. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And what can they do here on second and goal? And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Tariq Cohen as the first half is winding down as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken at his 4th. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This one taken from the 7. They juked him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Let's stop.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Hey, exit.
Second and 4. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hakeem Butler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen. Caught left side, Hopkins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mullins now, 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Cohen. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
46-yard line.
Set 50, plant. Recon, 132 fighter. Big grip.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. This is Scarborough. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Ready, set.
First and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They try again with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. Gold able to tack on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Over the middle, Dorsett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
Right here, right here.
Snap.
On first down, here's Love. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's Love again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
he's got daylight past the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 63 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now Scarborough. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Ready.
At the 13-yard line.
57. Mike, 57.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty.
Get him.
On 2nd down, Love. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. 4 points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run again with Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return is Cohen. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Get it.
And they take a knee.
Mullins on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, they continue to put themselves in position